What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? It's your boy back. We are back with a regular video after a long, long time. We're back and we're ready to go. Premier League's back. We can focus on football once again. That's the good news, guys. Hello, hello. Kick is back. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm just back, but happy to be back. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Siddharth. Hello, Copy Ninja. I'm just waiting for a few seconds and then we are going to go. We're going to go today. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to go. Ethan, you are Indian version of TC with TC had hair. He just chooses to go bald. I hope he becomes Spurs fan in the next life. You know, something I guess you didn't hear, or maybe you weren't there when I told you, but my grandfather's sister, my grand aunt, she was a Spurs fan. She got married and moved to England and a long, long time ago. And I kid you not, she used to live very, very close to White Hart Lane. And she never really went for the matches, but apparently she could hear the crowd very, very clearly. Pretty close, apparently, to White Hart Lane. She says opposite, but I don't really know what opposite means technically in this case. So anyway, she said sometimes I used to put the volume on mute and just listen to the fans and watch the game. That's kind of cool, yeah. That's kind of cool, to be honest. So I do have a little soft spot for Spurs here, at least until the Europa League final. I had one. Good people always support Spurs. Yeah, I mean, she passed away now. I think it's been 5, 6 years. But yeah, I always remember her telling me that story. I sometimes disagree with your opinion, but when you tell your reasons, suddenly I agree. I don't know how. Abhi Sharma, I'll be very honest with you. I get that a lot because sometimes I start off very hot, right? Like the statement just becomes very hot. Like, or they're like, oh man, look at what this guy is saying. He's already saying crazy stuff. But actually, I like to think personally that I at least think it through. Even if I'm not the most articulate at the beginning of the point, I feel like I think it through in many ways because see, being sensationalist is not that difficult, Abhi. To be very honest with you, it's just not. It's just that if you want to be sensationalist or do you want to be genuine with the people who are watching you? Because there are plenty of channels that have reaction channels, right? So they take the clips of people winning, losing, clip it up and make a compilation and show people. And that's how some people see you sometimes, right? If you want to do that, there is a market for that. If you just want to have honest conversation day in, day out, week in, week out, there's a place for that. If you want to have a mix of the two, I like to think I do a mix of the two. I don't mind calling out my own players. I don't mind calling out my own manager. I don't mind calling out other players and other managers. I don't mind doing it even if I don't support that team, because I don't think anyone should be exempt from critique, irrespective of your achievements. Uh, so yeah, so I understand. I think what it is initially I just come off hot, Abhi, and I think if you give it enough time, I think people enjoy whatever I have to say, or at least understand what I have to say. And you know what, Abhi, you're not the first person who said that, and I really appreciate everyone's honesty when people say that, because a couple of people were very kind enough to say I've come from Mohawk stream. Initially, I didn't like you at all, but as you kept coming on the stream, I enjoyed you. So now I've subscribed to you, and I'm like, that's awesome. It's awesome to hear. Like people give see there's the fact that people give you chances, whether it's directly or indirectly. is awesome because at the end of the day, you never really know what you're going to like unless you experience it. So it's kind of awesome that people give you those chances, and then if they do like it, they drop a sub. So that's cool. What is Spurs when PL? See, that wasn't an issue. No, that's not directly related to us, Copy Ninja. The Europa League final was directly related to us. So that was the problem in that case. I mean, you're beating everyone in the league, right? If you win the league, so it wouldn't be a personal issue for me in that case. It will be if you win, you win. Yeah, fair enough. You know, if you are the best at the end of the 38 game season, then you are the best after the 38 games. No problem. If we have to look internally as to why we were terrible. Simple as that. Most of your opinions are hot takes. Yeah, but Siddharth, here's the thing, right? Like, is it a hot take or is it just something someone never thought about until I brought it up, right? Like, I feel sometimes a lot of hot takes are no things you just never thought about. Like even when we do the total football Kalesh on Lala's channel, right? So we are sitting there, we are talking for hours and hours and hours, and then someone from the Discord asks a great question, and then you sit and go, "Huh, I never thought about that." And that is what I think is really cool about Total Football Kalesh, because the Discord server, they're not active necessarily, like they're not sitting there as part of the panel, but they have questions and they come up with these puzzles, and it's fun. So I sometimes feel like a hot take is just something you haven't thought about yet. I don't really think it's that bad, or it's that how should I put it, controversial. Because I just remember last week when we did Total Football College, I mean, all the questions were asked were excellent by the Discord servers. All the opinions, all the hot takes. I thought they were quite brilliant, and I sat there genuinely going, I never thought about that. So that was fun. That episode was really really fun recently. Just rage baited Lala and Suraj by stream that Swansea scored against Man City, but Liverpool couldn't. So Swansea is better than Liverpool. Funny enough, I was supposed to go on the channel, dude, but unfortunately, I'm a bit of a, I mean, I can't really commit to anything this month because of Christmas Abhishek. So I was supposed to be on the channel. Every week I'm normally on Suraj's channel, but it was, I'm going to do this like for an hour and then bounce because I'm just a little swamped. Yeah. No, late November to like late December, I'm just swamped. It's difficult, to be honest. But yeah. Hey, Kartikeya. Sumit's here. Long time no see. Yes, it's been a forever, Sumit. How have you been? You are the only United supporter I listen to and subscribe. You don't talk on baseless information you speak. See, listen, I don't know about all that aloo biryani. I appreciate the thought. It's just that I understand why people are being positive. But the thing is, I can only speak for myself, man. I am personally tired of the interviews. I am tired of the positivity. I'm tired of everyone going, this is going to be the manager and these are the players that are going to bring us glory. I'm more like, you know what, let's see glory first, no, and then let's talk about it afterwards. Because we've been doing this since Van Hal, you know. Man, Van Hal's won a European trophy, with Ajax, legendary manager. We are continuing our momentum after David Moyes, sunk us. Won an FA Cup, gets sacked. Brings in Mourinho, wins the Europa League, gets sacked. Brings in Ole, actually has stability and good football, gets sacked. Brings in Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag speaks all kinds of nonsense, sells Alvaro Carreras, fights with Ronaldo and Sancho, gets rid of De Gea in a very sneaky and suspicious way. Uh, Plays Anthony over Ahmad the whole season until he couldn't avoid it anymore, literally. So, every time we went, this is the next one, this is the next one. Then by the time Ten Hag came on, I was like, bro, I don't really care if they're the next one or not. Either win and show or shut up. That's why I don't listen to interviews. Even today, the Amarim press conference, I genuinely do not have a clue what Amarim has said. I am going to see it on Twitter now, the bullet points, and go, okay, whatever. I have no clue what he has spoken on his press conference. Zero. Absolutely nothing. Hello, Destroyer. Good evening. Taking Bengali lessons. Good evening. It's a little shout out to Unai. My hot take is my team is shit. I mean, how it's 10 games here. It's 10 games, 11, whatever, 12 games. Bro, I must have United fans steadily supporting Madrid since last year. So, copy Ninja, I'm going to be. See, I cannot speak for other people. But based on our history with Real Madrid, our real history, not recent history, we are always going to be that club that, unless it directly affects us, root for Real Madrid because of what happened in 58. So the thing is, we always will have that bond, and no matter how many people go, why are people supporting Real Madrid? Dude, a lot of fans have come in during the Ronaldo era. Let's be honest, a lot of fans. But the respect for Real Madrid by United fans has been going on since the 50s. If you want to be conservative, 60s. So this has been a United and Real Madrid partnership, this friendship, whatever you'd like to call it, relationship has been going on for over 60 years. It's just that the recent fans went from they a lot of people were just Ronaldo fans, which I understand people are like that these days. So they followed Ronaldo where he went. One of my very good friends is actually a Ronaldo fan. As soon as Ronaldo left United, he started watching Real Madrid. As he got older, he supported a German team, but he was always a Ronaldo fan. So it depends on how people look at it. Yeah. I've been good, buddy. Took a break from football, feeling refreshed now. Haven't watched any matches since 2 weeks. Everyone's been enjoying this break, dude. Shout out to McTominay with the bicycle kick, though. Huh? Bicycle kick, McTominay. We will be there. Puskas award possibly help Scotland qualify for the World Cup. Hey, Julian. I can't complain, dude. I did a really nice mental health International Men's Day stream for November. I've been on other people's channels. I've been just enjoying myself. I did the UFC, so I've been taking a break from football as well. Actually, David Moyes is returning to his former home. Would love to see him getting 3 points on his return. Wouldn't be really surprised, dude. Wouldn't be surprised with our luck. But yeah, it's not that United fans start supporting Real Madrid recently or vice versa. It's the deep rooted yes. Yeah. But if you want to talk about recent history, Manas and Copy Ninja, a lot of that's got to do with Ronaldo. If I like to think a lot of it has to do with Ronaldo, so it's fine. I was thinking why DDG hasn't been in the conversation. Then I got a clip from Utkarsh by saying GGMU while addressing me. So, dude, don't keep doing it, yeah. I'm actually starting to feel really bad. It's all Dhruv's fault. Stupid Instagram reel went viral and now everyone's doing it to him. I feel kind of bad. Bro, Palmer injured his toe at his home. He's out for the Arsenal and Barca game. Bro, there's all kinds of injuries. Apparently, Maguire's injured even now. So that's great news. Madrid offers players after 58, so the bond. Yes, they offered them. They offered us their best player, Alfredo Di Stefano, which was crazy if you think about it now. But yeah, mostly United fans, also Madrid fans, and vice versa. How can you fracture your toe by hitting a door, man? This is frustrating. His World Cup looks doubtful now. His World Cup? Seriously? How bad did he hurt his toe, dude? I haven't watched qualifiers. Sir Scott McTominay, the Messiah of Scotland. I haven't seen it either. I just saw the highlight. Yeah, he'll play World Cup. Don't worry. But I hope England gets knocked out in group stage. God, more trolling incoming for me. That means. Sorry, out of context. Did you see Ashes day one today? My God, what a start! Stark and Stokes always on top. I have not. But since you brought it up, let's have a look at the scorecard. Ashes start today, huh? So then it will be timed perfectly for the Boxing Day match, right? What will be the fourth test? I guess will be the Boxing Day match, bro. Boxing Day cricket is, especially in Australia, is crazy. 170 what? 172 all out England. 123 for 9 Australia. Oh, this is precisely why I hate Test cricket. 9 runs in 41 balls. To be fair, he's the only one who was that bad. Everyone else is a lot more decent. Steve Smith, 17 runs, 49. Yeah, that's not that bad, to be honest. Khwaja, 2 runs from 6. Travis Head, 21 from 35 balls. What's happened to Travis Head, dude? I tell you what, Test cricket really kills the fun in scoring, doesn't it? Because you have to play for 5 days. Cameron Green, Alex Carey, 26 out of 26. I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed. Scott Boland and Brendan Doggett. That's an unfortunate name. Doggett. 123 for 9. So on the other side, Duckett 21, Ollie Pope 46, Joe Root, a duck in 7 deliveries. God, a duck in 7 deliveries. I don't even know how to respond to that. Stokes 6 runs, Harry Brook 52, Jamie Smith 33. It's like the wicket keepers had a good time at least. Jofra Archer, Golden Duck. Wonderful. Not Golden Duck, so Mark Wood, Golden Duck. Lovely. Hmm. This looks like it's going to be a fun Ashes based on the first inning score. 19 wickets on day one. You know what? This is the kind of test match I actually wouldn't mind watching, funny enough. I don't care about England. I just want him to return for Chelsea. Peak Ashes. Peak Ashes indeed. Hello, Jugal. I'm trolling the hell out of you, Nathan, if England gets eliminated. God. Remember, Harry Kane plays for them rhythm. Have some shame. I read somewhere he could be out for 2 months if his left foot as well. It's his left foot as well. I don't know what we'll do without him in December against Barca and against Barca. 2 months. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This could be a real problem. How long will the stream last? About an hour, dude. We're going to get into the games shortly, but yeah, just catching up with everyone. This is the first football stream we have done in a while. Just doing a little catch up. Here we go. Oh, wait, I have a quick fix for this one because I'm not on StreamYard anymore. Look at that. Magic. I don't know why it doesn't do that for StreamYard, but magic. Anyway, it's been 15 years, bro. Still bowls like the best pacer in the world. Stark 7 wickets. Tala for a reason. Stokes 5 wickets. Wood hit Green's head with a 147-kilometer ball. It was scary. You know, that reminds me of when Gary Kirsten took one to the eye, dude. I think it was against Pakistan. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that was a crazy one. Gary Kirsten, who eventually ended up coaching India also, which is funny enough. But yeah. My FPL is Raya Kukureya, Timber, O'Reilly, Caicedo, mbeumo, Sa, Cherky, Haaland, Mateta, Isidore. Sounds solid to me. Stark at 35, bowling at 140 plus. What a commitment. My best friend was so offended when I put Dwight York out on bench in eFootball. Was he that good? Dwight York? York and Cola what was probably our best striking partnership we have had in terms of a real partnership. Dwight York and Andy Cole was probably our best partnership. People may have scored more goals, but best strike partnership in the good old 4-4-2 days. Yeah. I'm wondering, will experts raise concern over 19 wicket first day or is it reserved for Indian wickets only? I think we all know the answer to that one. For 2-3 game weeks, ours is our last match. Yeah, man. Apparently, we have 1:30 in the morning games, like in, I don't know, 4 or 5 in the next 7 games or something. It's terrible. I'm shameless even when Scholes, Beckham, Gerrard played for England. I hated them all with my heart. Even why are we losing so many tests at home nowadays? Maybe maybe something about the pitch, dude. Mark Boucher, yes, Mark Boucher obviously had to retire after an eye injury, but yeah, Gary Kirsten was crazy, dude. Go have a look at that one. He's lucky he didn't lose his eye, dude. I'm pretty sure it was Shoaib Akhtar who bowled to him. Can't remember right now, but Gary Kirsten took a solid one to the face too. Yes, honestly, back then the helmets weren't the visor wasn't as good as they are now. So yeah, F England, relax, man. Why is everyone being so aggressive? Bowlers were just too good today. All the pacers bowling 145, 150 apart from Carson. Nathan is it confirmed Gabriel's not playing next game? Apparently he'll be gone for up to 2 months, Nitesh. Yeah. Who's taking Dwight York out? I'm offended. Not me. I will avoid this. In his own home, bro, got an injury dumber than him. Cole Palmer. Yes, Julian mentioned it earlier, Lavanya. Yes. So basically, we say bye bye to our sleep. Yeah, basically, at least for that, for those weeks, definitely. So many get good UCL games also coming. Thanks. Facts. I mean, who do you think will win? Who do I think will win? I want to say England's going to win it. I not the whole series. I mean this test. Boucher had to quit keeping because of the injury. I think I'm pretty sure he just had to quit very shortly after that period, actually, which is a shame because there was a point in time where Mark Boucher was chasing records that Adam Gilchrist set up. Adam Gilchrist and Mark Boucher were the keepers of my time, the most consistent keepers, I should say, at least of my time. So that was fun. It was really sad it came to an end. Took him out because he wasn't performing for me. CR is doing all right. All right, guys, let's start. I've caught up with the chat. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's get to it. First match. What is the first match? What is the early kickoff tomorrow? Burnley versus Chelsea. Oh, this is about to get interesting. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm doing this on StreamYard, so I won't able to share the screen because the setup doesn't support it really. But I will read a bunch of stuff for you, and you guys can give me your opinion. Do not give the score just yet, but let's just see some stats before we you give the scores. Graham Smith or Ricky Ponting? Better captain Ricky Ponting. Definitely, definitely Ricky Ponting. I mean, who will win the North London derby? Oh, we are getting the snap meme. Don't worry. Yeah, he retired after that, right? Yeah, it was pretty bad. Not the pitch. We don't have a batsman who can hold the innings and play spinners. There are no quality spinners in Ranji. Pitches in Ranji are green top instead of traditional Indian wickets. Early kickoff, it is fucking 1-0 Chelsea. Okay, let's see. So Palmer suffers toe injury and further setback. Top scorers for Burnley and Chelsea are 4 goals apiece, Jaden Anthony and João Pedro. João Pedro has 3 assists and Jaden Anthony has 1. And they've both played all 11 matches. Not bad, yeah. João Pedro, 7 GA, 11 matches, not bad. Let's see, what is the insights, as they like to call it. Having scored 8 goals in the last 5 matches, Burnley have conceded the most penalties this season, 3. Dubravka again is ranked 1 at saves per match. God, they love that stat. Chelsea scored 11 goals in the last 5. Haven't lost to Burnley in the last 11. 8 wins, 3 draws. Joao Pedro is ranked 1 in big chances created in the competition. Injuries to Chelsea are Esugo, Lavia, Palmer, Colwell. Those are the ones at least on this app. Burnley is Broha, Roberts, Bayer, Amdouni. All right, let's see the head to head. Last match they played was a draw, in fact, 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. Before that, Chelsea has won at Turf Moor twice, 4-1 and 4-0. And then another draw. So 2 wins and 2 draws in the last 4, dating back to November 6, 2021. Who knows when's the last time Burnley's beaten them actually. Burnley has beaten them last in 2017. My God. Was that when Chris Eagles used to still play for Burnley? So long. Oh no, that was when Wood and Barnes, dude, our favorite English striking combination. I'm pretty sure that was during that time, Barnes and Wood and J. Rodriguez. So the last time they have beaten them has been 2017. It's not a great record for Burnley, to be honest. Chelsea are currently 3rd in the league, and Burnley are currently relegation zone but have better goal difference, basically, at 17th with 10 points. I mean, I don't think this is really a tough one to call. I think it is at Turf Moor, though. It is at Turf Moor. That is an issue. I'm going to say Chelsea make a comfortable 2-0. Comfortable 2-0. No nonsense. Get the win. Keep it moving. The fixtures are about to come thick and fast. Nathan, this is going to be a tough one. Burnley away, low block football, early kickoff. This could go bad. It could go bad, but I don't think it will. Yeah. I don't think it will. I think you'll have enough firepower to get over the line. I don't know how easy it will be, but I think you have enough. Now I only have two defenders on the bench, Alderete and Esteve. Whom should I take? Alderete. Then I have two Sunderland defense in my team, Alderete and Mukiele. It's okay, man. It's okay for one game week while you make changes. How's the Christmas business going on? It's going on well, yeah. It's going on well. It's going on well. Thank you for asking. Estevao's on a crazy run right now. Bro's taking penalties for Brazil over Vinny. Alu Biryani saying 1-1. Yeah, isn't he like either the youngest or the second youngest ever to get 5 goals for Brazil? Yeah, something like that, I believe. Nathan saying City 4-0 win against Newcastle prediction. Oh, we are getting there, Nathan, but thank you for putting it up. Suraj is saying hello. When is Broa ever fit? I didn't. I totally forgot that he was in Burnley. I thought he was. I didn't know where he was. You watch other sports? I do. I watch wrestling, MMA, cricket. We normally do IPL watch alongs, MMA. We did a UFC watch along actually last week. I do pro wrestling because it's fun and people want to watch it. And I used to watch a bunch more sports before, but some of my favorite players retired and I stopped watching it. Also, it's very difficult to keep track of everything, to be honest. If you really, really want to watch sports, there's not enough time in the day, unfortunately, Nitin. But yes. 3-1 Chelsea. Do you prefer early kickoff or midnight? Bro, I'd prefer early kickoff because honestly, win or lose, I want to enjoy the rest of my weekend. I know that's a terrible answer, but that is my answer. The other reason I prefer it, Jugal, is also because if we are in a good position in the league, we can set the tone and put pressure on other teams. I like that. Last year, especially during Ten Hag's era, there were many times where we could have, we were in that mix of, finishing top four because other people drop points and then we'd also drop points because we'd play last. I actually wouldn't mind an early kickoff. The thing is, we don't have midweek games, so they're never going to give us an early kickoff. That's the problem. Nothing better than a Saturday night kickoff. Nathan, is Semenyo also injured? I don't believe he is. Yes, the second youngest after Pele. That's right. Yeah. 2-1 Chelsea. I hope they don't F it up with a red card. To be fair, their managers could get a red card. The players don't need to. Not taking out Pedro because he's playing against Burnley. I think that's a good idea. Don't take him out. Tennis, I used to watch tennis. My favorite player was Nadal. When he retired, I just didn't feel the same anymore, to be honest. It felt weird. Either I felt bad for Jadeja. I felt like Messi goodbye 2021. Never back the early kickoff. No, but the reason I choose it, Julian, is just for my own mental health, dude. I'm not going to lie. I rather know my result so I can, I can just enjoy the rest of the week. Playing on Tuesday at 1:30 in the morning, I don't know how many people would enjoy taking that game. 1:30 in the night for us on a Tuesday, I don't know how many people would pick that, to be very honest. I just don't know how many people would pick that. So the option was early kickoff or basically the last game of the week. I think for me at least, the option is very simple here. I don't want to wait till Tuesday to watch my team play football. It kind of sucks. Next season will start from 22nd August. They've already come out with the dates of when it's starting. Are we doing Survivor Series watch along? Most probably, yes. Are you in your 30s or 40s? Yes, you look like you're in your late 20s. No comment, no comment, no comment. It's part of the ongoing thing I do with the chat. When is the deadline? Tomorrow 4:30 because the early kickoff is at 6. Can you put the chat on screen? We want to see what you are reading. Oh, I'm reading them all, David James, and I don't know how to do that. I probably should learn how to do that, to be fair. But yeah. 2-2. FPL showing 75% chances of a Semenyo injury. I take the chance, man. I take the chance, especially when you have to change your defenders, Nitesh. I take the chance. 1.5 hours before first match. Yes, so I believe it will be 4:30 tomorrow. So Manu will play. He's not injured. No, but he does have a yellow mark on him at FPL. Julian, Nitesh is right. When's the first game? 6 o'clock. Burnley Chelsea at Turf Moor. Worst thing is when all your rivals won their game on the weekend and your team plays Sunday. Exactly. That's precisely why I would happily take the early kickoff. for me personally. What do you think? Who do you think is better, Elliot or Wharton? I think Elliot. I also think Elliot, cricketer. He seems to be the much more robust player. He seems to be the much more aggressive player. He seems to be much more tenacious player, and I think we need one of those in our team at the moment, especially with all the gaps we create by the way we play. PL kickoffs are much better than La Liga ruins me, man. Bro, I don't understand how. I mean, listen, I know people will find it controversial, but I'll just say it. But think about what I'm trying to say. I don't understand how they can put the second best league in football. And this is not a slide. This is not a bias, because my overall point is I don't know how they can put the second best league of football at 1:30 in the night here, bro. I don't know what Spain's doing. I don't know if it is some interesting policy to not cross over with Premier League timings. I don't know. I don't really know what the strategy is, so I don't want to comment. But I have a feeling they put it out. They put Barcelona and Real Madrid games late in the night because most people will either be at the stadium at home, and that is the maximum viewership you get. I honestly think they don't want to compete with Premier League timings. And I don't think I don't think that is an arrogant thing to say. I think that is a strategic move they're using. The problem is that depending on where you live, no, it really affects you, because it's really sad you have to wait till 1:30 in the night to watch games, man. And I know somebody has to do it anyway because that's how time zones work. But India is a very, very big population, a very, very big fan base that is not based in Spain for any team. England, Spain, Italy, pick a team, pick a league. You should at least try to cater to the maximum amount of people you're watching. This is a personal opinion. I think it's a clear strategy. They don't want to compete with Premier League, so they don't have games going head to head. Uh, that is what I think. I won't to be honest. I think I'll leave games after Everton. I was going to sleep 12 a.m. from today. Man, listen, if you can't watch, you can't watch it. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Problem with early kickoff is that if your team loses, then your weekends ruined. I can't enjoy the rest of the game. That can also be an issue, Julian. But if you're United right now, where you're kind of shaky, you just want to get it over with sometimes. That's because he proposed to his fiance, not an injury issue. That's interesting. Why does he? You know what? I don't want to say that, but yeah, okay. Interesting. Hello, Sanchit. Um, Bundesliga kickoff is the best thing. 10 a.m. is the late fixture, generally nothing beyond that. You know why? Because German people want to go home and sleep. And you know what? I don't blame them. Also, I think it might have something to do with noise regulations, David James. I could be wrong, but I think it has something to do with that. What do you think about Jim Thwaites? Hopefully, he gets to play at least one game this season. That would be nice. Completely agree. About the Premier League, La Liga thing. Yeah, yeah. People get offended when you say it's the second best league, dude. But I think the way to look at it is La Liga chooses not to compete with Premier League because they know how many people are going to watch it, and also I look at it as a alternative TV perspective. Look at it from this way: Premier League people who watch the games, if they don't want to watch, let's say, the 10 o'clock game, they can watch the 10 o'clock La Liga game if the match is better. So I feel that is how they are also getting some people, more people to watch the game. It's not just La Liga fans, but I don't think that's good for. I don't think that's doing justice to your fan base here. I don't think so. La Liga doesn't deserve to be second best. It's just that there aren't any other leagues that can compete with the Premier League. Huh? But basically what I'm trying to say is, Jugal, is the next best league where at least the football is nicer to watch in general overall. At least that is what La Liga fans at least tell me all the time when they want to create an argument about La Liga and Premier League. At least put it at a time where lots of people can watch. God gave us Sean Dyche. All right, we'll move on to the next one. We have done Burnley, Bournemouth, West Ham. My God, if Nuno beats Bournemouth, I think Marinakis is really going to be crying. Everton has Jack Grealish 3 beers down. He can be Ronaldinho. Yeah, I get it. You'd rather take a loss on Saturday than on Monday night, even by night. By the time the game gets over 3:30, that, and also Also, and this might be a weird thing, Julian, because some people are studying, so some people work, some people study, right? Imagine if you have to go to work or college the next day and you're in that mood and you're sleep deprived. Oh, it's terrible, man. I'd take the 6 o'clock game, to be honest. You have one goal and one assist in 14 games. You can do better, man. Come on. The difference of 11 between first and second league is, you sure aloo biryani, but my point still stays the same, dude. I feel like the timing should definitely be better. I don't know. It's just I just feel like you're letting down a lot of your fan base by doing it. It does. The stadium gets too loud. In fact, the broadcaster have to reduce the crowd voice in live broadcast, so the commentators are horrible. Yeah. And in certain parts of Europe, they are unlike India, where we love to create a scene here in celebration. They have like strict noise rules and stuff like that. You have to like take permissions and stuff like that. If I remember what my friend told me a long time ago. So maybe that is why 10 p.m. Because 10 p.m. Indian time, I assume David James is saying Indian time is the last game you're watching. So 10 p.m. Indian time in Germany is like 6:30 p.m. Germany time. Bro, 6:30 is like, it's super early to watch a football game, but they might have these issues. West Ham to Bournemouth one. Wow, we are picking a three-peat for Nuno here, three back-to-back wins. I mean, it's incredible what Nuno's done. Hello, Ishan. Semenyo scores 2-0 Bournemouth. Okay. Joel Prem League doesn't deserve to be number one. It's because there is no league competing with them by your logic. I mean, so I guess it's see, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not about that. It's about catering to your fans. Quite frankly, I don't want to do this with number one and number two thing, because it doesn't matter. It is what matters is catering to your fan base, trying to make it convenient, trying to make it sensible. La Liga's Barca and Madrid, that's it. And in PL, we have to watch Bournemouth at Palace like it's an El Clasico. To be fair, that game was actually good last week, to be fair. But yeah, there's a player called Nathan Decat, a Belgian player who has two GA in 14 games. Nathan Decat. A game I saw of St. Pauli, German club, the crowd is wild, so loud. Yeah, I've heard the German ultras are kind of crazy. Only UCL nights feel worth it to wake up 1:30, but not if your defense is double like Barca. Yeah, yeah. Mat kar, Lala mat kar. Nuno's picking up form. Bournemouth have struggled in the last few weeks when they lost 4-0 to Villa. Yeah, Bournemouth's a weird one, right? They beat like big teams and then they suddenly lose out of nowhere. Bournemouth will win. They got destroyed by Villa before international break. Germans like to watch matches while having meals, so 2 p.m., 3 p.m. game is their prime time game where they get most viewership. Makes sense. Um, so the head to head is 5 wins Bournemouth, 8 wins West Ham, 7 draws. Quite even, to be fair. Last game they played in August, club friendly match. Oh, that was when we were all in that club friendlies, I guess, because we played Bournemouth as well. 2-0 West Ham won. The match before that in April was 2-2 at London Stadium and 1-1 at Vitality Stadium. So two draws and one win to West Ham in a friendly match. That was the last three outings. I think West Ham won 1-0 and West Ham won 1-1. So basically three draws and two wins for West Ham. Wow. Oh, wow. I think Iraola needs to do some revenge work here. 6 goals and 3 assists for Semenyo, 3 goals, 1 assist for Bowen. Both have played 11 matches so far, so they have played all games. Bournemouth have scored 9 in the last 5, ranked 3 at home this season. Eli Junior Krupi has the most shots on target at 2.1. Have scored 7 goals in their last 5 matches, West Ham. West Ham haven't lost to Bournemouth in their last 8 meetings. 4 wins, 4 draws. Haven't kept a clean sheet in 8 matches. God, the record continues for the clean sheets for West Ham here. Um, you know what? I didn't realize they haven't. I realize now that this game seems a lot more difficult than it sounds. Um, Fun fact: Bayern interested in him as Goretzka replacement along with Dortmund. Wait, the cat fellow, Vizcal Catalonia. What am I going to say? I'm going to say I think Bournemouth will still get it, but I think I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1 to Bournemouth. The problem with 1:30 kickoffs is that we lose the next day. I have to go to college, so I lose out on sleep at my team also did win. Yes, like I said, for people who go to work and college, it must be terrible. Because Germans start drinking as soon as they wake up. Love it. I mean, listen, man, you got to pass the day somehow. That's all I'll say. Out of context, Kane Barca links are pretty strong, but I think Barca should get Osimhen. I think Osimhen's a bit of a diva, to be honest with you, copy ninja. I think it's very telling when you fall out with Napoli and the only team that can afford you slash are interested is Turkey. I think there might be some bigger problems there that we aren't aware of. Which club do you respect deeply the most other than United? Respect deeply the most. I'll still say Real Madrid, dude, because of what they tried to do for us in '58. I mean, I cannot overlook it. Unfortunately, Sumit. I know people will say you're glazing Madrid and whatever, but I cannot overlook it, dude, because if you read the scouting reports of the players we had lost in '58, it will depress you. Let's just put it that way. It will depress you. We should wait till Camp Nou gets put in cash at most important clear our debts. You can see the difference now. Iraola kind of missing Hoyson, Kirkes, and Zabani. Yeah, not too much. They lost more people too, didn't they? Utara. Who else have they lost? They lost someone else. No, I'm sure I'm missing out someone. But yeah, Utara also has gone to Brentford. According to Bayern sources, Kane's looking to extend his contract, so it'll be fun to see what happens. We ain't winning anything with Ferran. Hello, Raghav. How can English people watch a football game at 12 p.m.? Bro, you know what? Because I think a lot of people have weekend culture in Europe that we don't have in India. You know, so unless a lot of people are working class, a lot of people voluntarily take, they might take shifts might take longer shifts on other days and shorter shifts on Saturday. It really depends on how it works. Barca think they can afford Osimhen's wages, bro. He didn't go to Chelsea because they were giving him less wages. So Osimhen, well, Osimhen might get a reality check, Alu Biryani. He might realize he's really not worth that much money, and he might have to ask for less. That's also possible. Please like the stream and purchase Spotify Premium, please. 3 lakh Park. Hello. I'm good, Raghav. I can't complain. The next game is Brighton Hove Albion versus Brentford. For context, where are they? Brighton and Brentford are both next to each other with the same points, but Brighton's above them because of a +2 goal difference. So 11th and 12th. That the head to head is 8 wins Brighton, 6 wins Brentford, 5 draws. Pretty even again. Another even match. Brentford at the G Tech won 4-2 in April. And in December, Boxing Day fixtures, 0-0 at the Amex Stadium. That was last year's fixtures. Brentford 0-0 in April 24. December 7, 23rd, Brighton Hove 1-2-1. So basically, 2 draws and a win apiece in the last 4 games. Fair enough. Quite equal. Welbeck, 6 goals, is the top scorer, no assists. Igor Thiago, 8 goals, no assists. Both have played 11 matches, which is quite impressive if you're Daniel Welbeck. Brighton have scored 7 goals in their last 5 matches. Diego Gomez has the most shots on target per match for Brighton and Hove Albion. Yankuba Minte has created the most big chances for Brighton, 4. Brentford has scored 13 goals in their last 5 matches, have been awarded the most penalties this season, and Igor Thiago has the most shots on target per match for Brentford, 1.5. 13 goals, and they still have a -2 goal deficit against Brighton, who's right next to them on the table. That's interesting. Ooh, this is going to be a fun one. Super Saturday is going to be really crazy. Behind Sundays away, Barca can actually get Osimhen. Their wage structure is not rigid like Chelsea. By the way, guys, what is your predictions for Brighton versus Brentford at Brighton Stadium, the Amex? European weekend culture with respect to sports is fire. Exactly. Hey, Ryan. At least Osimhen's better than Jokeres. Well, no, see, what I'm trying to say is maybe he has overvalued himself personally in terms of wages, Abhiman. It's not necessarily if he's a good player or not, right? Because earlier someone said um, that Chelsea couldn't afford his wages. Wages is a personal thing. So that's what I meant. True 2-2 Brighton Brentford. Another draw. Interesting. Arsenal injuries are terrible. They really have the best depth in Europe. Yeah, suffering now. I think their main defender not being there for 2 months, Gabriel Magalhaes, is going to be really tough for them. Another 2-2. Wow, that's interesting. Another 2-2. So can I talk about football on Discord, VC? I mean, sure you can. I'm not on Discord, but you definitely can. Draw. Wow, another draw. Interesting. I hope Man United good. If I couldn't watch, because waking up checking the scorecard ruins the day, but saves sleep. That'll be a good game to watch. I see a draw, goalless or score draw. Interesting. Everyone's picking a draw. That's very interesting. Yeah. Both Brighton and Brentford are scoring teams with shitty defenses. Hi, Blank Gamer. Soloth wants to leave Atleti. Do you think PL will be interested in him? I think after his failed attempt at Crystal Palace, people will be hesitant. And I know it is Crystal Palace, but and he's improved since then. But I feel like if you go back to a league that you weren't good at, is a bit of a risk. It depends on how much you're getting, I guess. Aloo biryani. I think price will matter. 2-2 draw, another draw. Wow. Joao Gomes feels good to you in winter. For me, I want Jimmy back, man. Free Jimmy. Free Jimmy. I want James Garner back. Dude. Why not? We should have never sold him in the first place without playing him, in my opinion. Jogal is the only one who's calling a win here. Brentford winning. Brighton and Brentford are similar as well, spawning quality players out of nowhere. See, PL is so considerate they're giving us UCL timings on a weekday for our game. Thank you, Nirvan. So we also ruined the sleep schedule. No FOMO for United fans. I really liked Ivan Toney. I don't know why he left for Saudi. Because he wanted to stay in England, but people were creating all kinds of drama because of his betting. Yet Sandro Tonali plays every week, and there's no issue. That's interesting, isn't it? Another 2-2 draw. Wow. Wow, nobody's called a Brighton win so far. Lavanya is saying Brentford 3-1. Wow. 3-1. Cole Palmer's broken his toe in an accident. Roma is expected to miss Chelsea's next three games: Burnley, Barcelona, Arsenal. Soloth's not a starter though. This is the problem, na? And he was a starter in Premier League and it didn't work out so well. So it's a problem. Chelsea pay 325k for Sterling but can't afford Osimhen. I don't think they wanted to overpay for Osimhen, man. Maybe they just didn't think he was worth it. I don't know, dude. They have not had very good luck with strikers, to be fair. So I can understand why they would be a little nervous about it. 3-2 Brentford. Wow, nobody's picking up Brighton. I think we went 2-1 against Everton this week. Soloth can be a starter for Spurs, I feel. You think he's better than Kolo Muani? Interesting. Garner's a free agent next summer, and this is why I think Lang Park that we should go for him in January. Because why would they want no money for Jimmy Garner? That seems like a bad idea too. Sky Sports Premier League. Okay, got it. According to Sky Sports reported that. Okay, 3-1 Brighton. Finally, Blank Gamer with a Brighton win here. I'm going to say 1-1, guys. You have convinced me it's going to be a draw. I have to admit, I was going to pick a side, but I also feel it's going to be a draw now. Matt Nonna says, so Odegaard, Martinelli and Gyökeres might be back apparently. Madueke should be back by Chelsea and Havertz slightly later. I think Hincapié starts. He's more of a leader who can hold a line. That's fair enough, Rando. I think I don't know, man. I feel like Gabriel's the best defender. There will be some kind of loss. I think what makes him better than Saliba for me is the clutch goal scoring. Dude. I really, really think that is a difference maker. I hark back to I gave the example on Lala stream. North London derby, the game was edgy. Next thing you know, set piece, Gabriel with a winner, 1-0 win. I know that Arsenal had a lot of control in the game, but still, nil-nil, anything can always happen. And something did happen. 1-0 win, Gabriel scoring the winner. Everyone got cancelled out, but in the end, Gabriel ended up with the score. Thiago 3-0, like United versus Brentford. Okay. Are you following the Under 17 World Cup quarterfinals? I am not. Is England doing well? Austria just defeated Italy, Portugal versus Switzerland, and the winner will face Brazil versus Morocco in the semi. Okay, so basically, England is not doing well. Bro, Italy is in real trouble, man. Italy is in real trouble. I don't know how to explain it. Uh, Ivan Tony used to bet on some. What's wrong with that? But that's what I'm trying to say now, Copy Ninja. Even if there's something wrong with it, no, my argument is not whether it's wrong or right. My argument is he has done the time, dude. He served the suspension. Can we just move on now? This is my issue with everyone, dude. They want people to get punished. They get punished and then they want to punish them after the punishment even, which I'm not for, yeah. You give them the punishment, you give them a clean slate. You give them a clean slate when they're back. Nobody talks about Tonali. But Ivan Tony, people were interested. I think a couple of teams were interested. One was the wage, and one didn't want to do it because of the betting allegations. Give if you're actually going to give people second chances, give them one or shut up. Don't talk about it. That's because Sterling was signed before wage structure was changed. He's the last player Chelsea who offers such high wages, waste of player and money Sterling. Yeah, so it makes sense then why Osimhen, why they said no to Osimhen. Then if they have this new wage structure, fair enough. Brighton has been inconsistent. Brentford has exceeded my expectation, hence a draw. Sounds fair. The next match is Fulham and Sunderland, guys. While I read the chat, so get your predictions in. Fulham versus Sunderland. I think everybody knows what I'm going to pick. Sörlot's a big match player. He drops stinkers in other matches. Very inconsistent. Trust me. Thinking that Barca wanted Lever to stop. Yes, I read. Someone told me that during the Movember stream. Even that is interesting. Chelsea will buy him for sure. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. What is Delap trying to do right now? Let's see how the Delap experiment will work. Crazy Trump news, which seems to be new norm nowadays. Oshman think he's worth more, like Nathan thinking England will win the World Cup. I'm not falling for any of this. I want Liverpool to go for him, and yeah, Chelsea loves Brighton players. International players have been good for national teams, good for us. I agree. Same with Greenwood. I think Greenwood, in fairness, Raghav, I think Greenwood was a much more tougher tougher problem, I would say. I also think we didn't handle it well once the case was dropped. I think it was a fault. I think it was the fault of our club as well. The management managed very poorly. But yeah, I mean, they give the punishments and they don't want to actually give a second. Everyone talks about a second chance, bro. Trust me. Everybody talks about a second chance until you're the one who has to give one and you're worried about what other people will say. All the time. All the time. Jugal Singh draw for the Sunderland Fulham game. By the way, it's at Craven Cottage, guys. Sunderland 1-0. Fulham 2-1 says Sri Lanka Park. Sunderland 3-0 at Fulham. Really? 2-1 Sunderland. I think we are all in agreement here, except Sri Lanka Park. Sri Lanka Park seems to think Fulham will win. I'm also going to go with a Sunderland win. I think it'll be a tight match. I won't be surprised if Sunderland score a. I won't be surprised if it's 1-0 to Sunderland. It will be a tight game. You are going to Craven Cottage. It's a big miss, but we had the same last year. Did we fall back defensively? Maybe, but it was a broken team, and Kivior did such a good. Kivior did a good job filling in last year, man. You have to give it to him. Per kid can't get a game, but he did do good, really. Cracked a new job today, feeling excited for the new opportunity. Well, Tathagata, you at least have to tell us what the job is, dude, so we can ask you some questions about it. But congratulations, W's in the chat for Tathagata, guys. Definitely. Who doesn't enjoy a good W before a nice game of football? If England win World Cup, Nathan clean shave. You know what? I genuinely will consider that copy ninja. Are you watching the Ashes? No, but we went through it at the beginning of the stream. They told us 19 wickets in one game. Yeah. I can't sit the whole day. Exactly my problem as well, Jugal. That's why I love IPL. That's why football's better if you're a student or if you work a 9 to 5. Yeah, I think there was a time in your life when you're young enough and you don't have other things to do that watching cricket is way more fun. But as you get older, you appreciate, bro. This is precisely why I love MMA. The whole card is done in less than 3 hours. Six different fights are done in like 3 hours. So you're not even watching the same people have the same competition. So that's what makes that fun for me. But yeah, it gets tougher as you get older for sure. And Sunderland blitzes past Fulham 3-0, 4-0. My God, my 1-0 is looking very conservative at this point of time. 1-1 draw, 2-1 Sunderland, 4-2 Sunderland. Wow, guys, this is at Craven Cottage. I like how everyone's so confident about Sunderland. I think it speaks a lot about Regis Lebris and his team, though. So it's really cool to see that everyone seems to think so. Fulham has lost 4 in a row. Oh, that reminds me. Where is Fulham on the table? 15th. 1 point away from relegation zone. Oh boy. I did not know that. One, two, three, four, five, six. They might have the sixth worst goal difference even. Oh boy. Maybe I should have looked at the table before thinking this was going to be a tight game. My bad. Next month we have Sunderland versus Newcastle. Bro, I think I favor Sunderland in that one too. Funny enough. Sunderland seem to be happy doing all the giant killing as much as possible. Yes, W to Ganguly, indeed. Software developer. And which city are you in, Tatagata? Which is this is even more impressive if you're in a competitive city, right? Come on, man. Share. Give us all the good news. We're here for it today. All the good news. Where are you based in? I agree if England win, Nathan Bai will clean shave. Man, I don't know what I'm more gassed about, England winning or thinking about England winning. I don't know. I read a stat. In the first half, we're top of the table with 22 points. Contrary, in the second half, we're 18 with 6, 7, 8 points. End games in first half, please. Oh, God. I don't like that stat either now. I wish I didn't read that one. 0-0. Fulham want to go for Felix Nmecha. Sounds good. What's happening to Newcastle? They're playing shit, bro. I'm telling you, they got so gassed because they won a trophy, man. This is why you got to be. This is why you have to always stay humble, dude. I remember them bantering us so badly at the end of last season. There's only one United, and we are coming for everybody. We have the richest owners in the league, bro. I'm telling you, it didn't take long. And not every fan. We have some really cool Newcastle fans who come and join, like Jordy and Joshua, and regular people who just enjoy football game by game. Then you had these our favorite kind of people. The keyboard warriors came out. There's only one United. Man, look at them languishing. They almost got relegated last season. Funny enough, Newcastle got relegated very recently either. So I find it quite rich that they were making relegation jokes. But you know what? We don't take it personally, dude. You know what we did do? But when they wanted mbeumo, where did he go? When they wanted Ekitike, where did they go? When they wanted Sesko, where did they go? In fairness to them, though, they got Malik Theo. So good for Malik Theo. I mean, maybe good for him, maybe not. I don't know. But good for him for choosing Newcastle. Fulham gets bullied by physically stronger teams. Which is funny because they used to be a physically strong team back in the day. I guess that defense is lacking a bit nowadays as well, right? Joachim Anderson is a fantastic defender, but he's getting up there in age in particular. And Anthony Robinson is been injured, so that has definitely affected Fulham as well. Also, I think Anthony Robinson is what, 29 now, so eventually he'll also slow down. Sunderland's midfield has been the changer, the physicality, bro. Granit Xhaka is probably the best buy. Seriously, the way they went and bought players this season, I have to say, if you don't care about the shiny new toys and the fancy names that has been bought by all the other teams, it is absolutely sensational the way they have bought players this season. Nothing short of sensational. And that is why most of the content creators even think, before a ball was kicked, that Sunderland will be the team out of all the teams to stay up. And Sunderland's making all of us look very smart at this point of time. So we appreciate it. I will be based out of Bangalore in a semiconductor industry. Look at that, man. Look at that. More W's in the chat, dude. Bangalore, the competition must be super, super crazy, dude. And there we go. Congratulations, dude. Software developer in what? One of the technological hubs of the country. Big up to you, dude. Semiconductors, very important, I've been told. Don't ask me what they are. I'm not that smart. But yes, big up to you, Tathagata. And hopefully it goes well. And you better come here and come back to us and tell us how your first day at work went as well. Why would Namacha downgrade? Okay, relax now. I think everyone will think your account is hacked if we see you clean shave. That part of me is wondering something like that as well, funny enough. But yeah. England wins the World Cup or Ronaldo wins the World Cup his last international game by scoring a hat trick. What would you choose, Nathan? Don't forget Ronaldo is our boy. I haven't liked what he has said recently about United. I have to admit, I don't like the shots he took at Rooney and Ralph Ragnick in particular. Rooney is really my our guy. So if you know, you know. Um, yeah, there's no win here in this. I actually don't win at all in either of these in this. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about that, Joga. Do you go to the gym? I used to go to. The pandemic ruined that for me because I have parents who are susceptible to issues. So I had to stop, and then I unfortunately haven't gone since. That's my fault. If you're not a Man U fan, which team would you support? Honestly, Blank Gamer, because of the way I got into football, I have no clue. I can't answer that question. I got into football completely by chance because I saw this halfway line Beckham Wimbledon goal, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And that's how I started watching it. I had no clue Manchester United was the biggest team in England. I had no clue we are the only team to win a treble. I was a small kid and I was just watching football. And when Beckham left, I remember telling my dad like, Dad, where is David Beckham? And my dad tried to explain to me what a transfer is. I'm like, so he's going to come back next season, right? And I remember even asking him this to this day, and he was like, no, he's not going to be coming back next season, son. And I was like, but I watch United play because of David Beckham. He's like, yeah, but he's gone now. He's not going to come back. And I remember being so devastated. But the thing is, back then you couldn't watch La Liga, so I remember only watching him during Champions League games, and I would look forward to it like so much. And then I would get the new FIFAs and buy him back and play with him, and it was quite traumatic. Now that I think about it, I can appreciate it now, but it was quite traumatic at the time. I used to wait every year for the new FIFA so I can, in career mode, buy him back. And, I always tell people this. I got into football because of Beckham and I stayed in football because of Sir Alex Ferguson. And that's why when Sir Alex Ferguson retired, I was absolutely devastated. Not because he got all this glory and did all this thing. Of course, that is part of the reason. But because he was like the one constant, every weekend he was the one constant. Every week I'd be seeing that Scottish teddy bear, like, frighten the crap out of our players in halftime and eat chewing gum and get in the face of the referees and managers. And one day it wasn't there anymore. And I get really emotional because I remember it like it was yesterday because what they used to do is they would show Sir Alex and then they would show Sir Bobby in the stands. And then, when he retired and he was sitting next to Sir Bobby, and I was like, man, how cute is that? How cute. Because he'd always look up and say hi to Sir Bobby, after the game, obviously. I mean, Sir Bobby is Mr. Manchester United. There is no doubt about that. That's not even questionable in my opinion. And sitting there watching them there together, I felt I felt relaxed. I was like, you know what, rest easy, king, as they like to say. Rest easy, man. You did your time. You did your best. Some people would say you were the best, your favorite manager's favorite manager, whatever you'd like to call it. But then one day later on, after the pandemic, Sir Bobby stopped coming to the games. And then I was like, no. And then I felt really devastated because then I was like, Sir Bobby was always in the stands, but Sir Alex was working. And then you realize, how time works, man. Time comes for everyone. And then you find out he's having dementia issues and he doesn't want to come to the game, right? Because he doesn't feel right. There's no Sir Bobby even coming to the game now. Then is Sir Alex sitting alone in the stands, with those vultures that sit around him. Yes, vultures that sit around him, in case you didn't hear me the first time. And one day Sir Bobby passed away. And I believe in the same year, I think a few months later, his wife passed away. And I remember him saying, I want to retire, I want to spend time with my wife. I've been doing this for 40 years. And I was like, man, come on, yeah, you can't ask anything more from the man. Yeah, let him live his life now, let him be with his wife. And then Now, when you see him watch the game and you see again those vultures around him, you're like, it must be tough losing your best friend and your wife, like your mentor, best friend, whatever you like to call it, and your wife in the same year, like months apart. Yeah, that's why I hate it when they show Sir Alex Ferguson in the stands. It's not about the win. It's not about the loss, dude. I know they do it normally when we lose, but I absolutely hate it, dude. I absolutely hate it because it's like if you understand the context of it, no, you'd be like, bro, leave my guy alone, man. He's just a fan now. He's not even part of the board. Just leave him alone. Leave the guy alone. Like what do people have to do to retire in football? Just leave him alone. You know how the press is. They're never going to do that. So it is what it is. God, I went for a full long answer there. Apologies to bore everyone. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest is the next game. This is going to be a fun one. To I will be doing a watch along on Lala's channel. Actually, I'll be on Lala's channel for the game, guys. I believe I will be on it at least if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Especially if it doesn't go his way, then it's going to be real fun. But yeah. What if we signed Anderson? Where will Castle go? They will be pissed. Ashford, Isaac, mbeumo, and future Anderson. Yeah, but the thing is, Newcastle decided to sell him, and if Elliot Anderson had a little bit of self-respect, he would be like, "Bro, you didn't think I was good enough. Forest gave me a chance. Now someone else is giving me a chance. I want to go there and show what you have missed out." That's what I would do, honestly. I think that's what Ilanga did, right? Nottingham Forest took a chance on him. He did so well that Newcastle were interested. Okay, he's struggling now, but he backed himself. Yeah, at the end of the day, you can appreciate that as a professional player. Newcastle hit the jackpot in Lord Voldemort. To be fair to them, Voldemort was a good signing. But I don't think anyone was looking at him. I don't think there was competition for Voldemort. I could be wrong, Abhiman, and feel free to correct me. But I don't believe the people they were looking at and the people us and Liverpool and everyone were looking at. They lost most of those battles, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Calvin Bassey busy pulling up his trousers. People talk a lot about Salah being underappreciated, but if you don't perform in knockouts, this will happen. By the way, Xhaka came from Xavi's system, playing in counter-attacking side, dealing with that, and now in his most physically at 33, most impactful signing easily. I mean, Sunderland have done so well for so little money. It's incredible. Semiconductors are basically used in every smart device that you have. Most devices own. Yeah, I know what I mean. If you ask me what do they do, I don't know, Rando, but I know like they are in your mobiles. I apparently they're like really important parts of your electronical system. I just don't know what the technical jargon of what a semiconductor is, but I know it's important. Yes. Ronnie meeting Donu 2026 की setting lag गई. For sure. Also, if you know, during AFCON, Sunderland will be most affected team in PL. Interesting. I think 7 out of their starting 11 will be away for AFCON. Is your father a United fan? Any of your No. My dad is an Arsenal fan. He absolutely loves Arsene Wenger and Thierry Henry. He absolutely loves Thierry Henry. Again, I don't really know how my dad started watching football either, to be honest. He was a big fan of Pele. He used to listen to the World Cups on the radio. I do remember that. He's a big Brazil fan. That I remember, but I don't know how he became an Arsenal fan. He's like when in the international tournaments he supports Brazil. He's a big Pele fan, and then an R9 fan. Yeah. What do you think about Crystal Palace game next week? I rather not think about it now that you mentioned it, but it's going to be a tough game. And do you think United can beat Crystal Palace? I think on our day we can, but if Wharton has a game Elliot Anderson had against us, I think we're going to be in real trouble, Sumit, because Mateta is a lot better than the Nottingham Forest strikers they have. And I'm not saying the Nottingham Forest strikers are bad, by the way. Wood's been off, though, to be fair. But I think Mateta right now is crazy good. And if Wharton can find him, like how he makes that incisive pass. If he can have the performance Elliot had against us, I think we are going to be in real trouble. I really think so. And they have been our bogey team. But as someone mentioned it, I believe Ash mentioned it on the channel, we have been beating our bogey teams this year. So maybe this year is the year that changes everything. Why do I get the image of Ferguson and Hendrick in the stands when you say so about bro? That I honestly I thought he was joking, but apparently he was not. I didn't understand how is that even possible. But fair play to the kid. Yeah, he knows ball, as the kids like to say. For me, it was Zidane. I've always loved him. He loved us. We loved him, and he won us a lot. So yeah, Zizou was the reason. Fair enough. Sounds like a good person. Unfortunately, his career ended on a bit of a low thanks to Materazzi, who, funny enough, was part of that qualifying draw yesterday, which I found hilarious. I'm surprised that man gets. Apparently, they like giving second chances to lots of people, Raghav, just the ones they don't want to, which is interesting because he said some foul shit, and that is why Zizou headbutted him. But Zidane got in trouble for that. Funny enough. Come on, Forest, you can do it. Let's go Forest. Yeah, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. Let's go, right? I am man. Listen, I'll be here if Forest win. I'll be here for it. But if I'm being honest with you, I think Liverpool's going to take it 2-0. It's at Anfield. It's tough. But I'll be here for it if Forest win. Trust me. We'll be here for that. Nottingham 1-0 only because I hate Liverpool. Realistically, 2-0 Nottingham. Yeah. Same. Weren't they forced because of FFP? No, but they could have sold. What I'm trying to basically say, Abhiman, is they could have sold anyone. They could have figured it out, right? They didn't have to sell Elliot Anderson. They could have sold Jacob Murphy. Probably a bad idea. He did really well for them last year. But I'm just saying, as Elliot Anderson, in Elliot Anderson's mind, I'd be like, why would I go back, bro? Why would I go back? I'll go somewhere else and do something else. There's so many teams in the league. There are other leagues. I can do something better. If Forest win, we'll be on Lala's channel as well. Otherwise, no. I've already agreed, so I can't get out of it. But yeah, club football is back, baby. Bro's not been here for a while, but F it, we got a Monday night match. Bayern vaulted Voltemada, but was priced out. Yeah, I mean, they are going to get priced out, isn't it, from the Premier League teams, to be fair. But yeah, Lala going to get a red. Bayern were interested in him, if I remember, as future backup for Kane. Fair enough. Bayern were interested. Fair enough. There's no competition for Voltemada. I wanted him in Madrid. We're desperately lacking a number 9 with box present who can head the ball and cross it like him. If you haven't watched Voltemada highlights with Slovakia, we were making jokes about Newcastle got rejected by everyone. What a player. I mean, listen, to be fair, it was a joke, bro, but it was also true, right? The reason I made those jokes, bro, is because I heard this, there is only one United. I got a little offended by that. I'm not going to lie. I got a little offended by that. That's why I made the jokes. I don't really have a beef with Newcastle per se, but yeah. I think United should go for Semenyo, man. I mean, we just have a bunch of ball vibes FC players, then I would love it. But I don't want him playing left wing back Tatagata, and that's why I think he's going to play. And I can't watch another career get ruined, dude. I would love Antoine Semenyo, but I can't watch another career get destroyed. If we have to sell Mount, we have to sell Bruno. If I don't want to sell Bruno either, but if we've got we have to sell Xerxes and Mount if you're going to get Semenyo. We can't have these many number 10 slash wide players or whatever you want to call them, man. And we definitely can't play him left wing back. I'll be furious if we play him left wing back, dude. Because at some point of time you have to put your foot down, yeah, and you have to go. Listen, man, your back three system, whatever you want to call it, yeah, this has to stop because this is not helping us. We are buying players that clearly can't do this, and you keep playing them there. Where I heard people say that he might be played left wing back. I'm like, I'm not going to participate in this. I'm sorry. If that means I'm not backing the manager, I'll be okay. Bro, we can't just keep voluntarily ruining players' careers. I'm sorry. At some point of time, you have to go, it's enough, man. At some point of time, you have to be enough is enough. With a heavy heart, 2-1 Liverpool. Hendrik dedicated first goal for us to Sir Bobby. I don't really get all this, so with that, I still am shocked by that. But yeah, I heard this. Yes, I'm good, Siddhant. How are you? What if Elliot has same mindset as Eze? Listen, Raghav, he can do whatever he wants. People were just asking me what my opinion is. I don't see how he's going to be picked ahead of Guimaraes and Tonali. I don't see. Unless one of them move. Unless they know something we don't. Then it's a different story. Then he'll fit right into the team. So I think this window will go for Baliba and Joao Gomes. I think we're only going to get Joao Gomes, but I think we should go for Jimmy Garner. I think Brighton are still going to put up a fuss, and I don't really care. We are not spending 100 million on Baliba based on what he's been doing recently. Forest going to play the crossing game currently. You never know when Konate decides to fumble. So yeah, Forest would have gotten a chance, but Anfield, I guess Liverpool takes exactly. It's at Anfield. You have to take that into account. Even though I would want Elliot, I don't think it's going to happen because Baliba wants her, and that matters to Ruben now. Well, Ruben needs to not be a pick me, and he needs to decide who's better for the system he so lovingly enjoys playing for at Manchester United. And the stats clearly show Elliot Anderson would be way better. So He likes bringing out his stats and his tactics board and all. No, I think he should be looking at it for this one. Value for the batch is something he's looking for. Value for the bench is something he's looking for. Yeah. If Saudi money came to Newcastle before FFP, we would have been seen money flying even bigger than Neymar's one Saudi money game is just. That is true. Not saying about you making jokes, but honestly, for me, they got the best deal of strikers. Haven't seen a tall player with the silky touch. Yeah, 100% they got the best striker. I know you're not saying we were joking, but I was just giving context, in case someone hasn't seen what we said about it in a prior stream, if there are new people watching, bro. But yes, they definitely got the best striker. No doubt. Get Aiden. Aiden Acne, you mean? Hmm. No, the links have fallen apart, unfortunately. Did you watch like Cunha play in midfield like a midfielder role in Brazil? Like, I want to try that out. Not a bit, not like completely put him mid, but keep on rotating him with Bruno. Listen, I'm here for it. Yeah. If they are going to rotate Cunha and Mount for Bruno, I'll take it. Let's do something though. Tonali will probably leave in the future, but I think Anderson will not go to Newcastle. Time travel to 70s saw Sir Bobby balling and I became a fan. They're ruining Bruno's natural game. Like, let the man create, and we know Cunha can hold the ball good. But yeah, hopefully we do something like that. Yeah. Anyway, the next game, guys, is Wolves Crystal Palace. I'm not going to take too long here. Wolves is dead last. 3-0 Crystal Palace. It is at the Molineux. So you can get your predictions how you like. But it is at the Molineux. I'm still saying 3-0. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. 3-0 at the Molineux. I don't know how many coaches they're going to get sacked, but Wolves are going to get relegated at this point of time. We got linked with Gildies. His contract situation right now is amidst a standstill, although he's contracted 2028. I think, but Gildies is a good Trossard replacement and more. Thing is, when is the last good Turkish player that has come to the Premier League? I'm trying to think. Which is the last good Turkish player that has done well in the Premier League? Jokes aside, I have a request. Please don't remove a private. Let's talk about men's mental health because I'll watch it every time I feel low. We are going to do more of those, Rhythm. We're going to do more of those, so it's okay. I mean, you can go back if you like, but we will do more of those. We'll do maybe once a month. I'm feeling like once a month is a good amount of time. No, because every month people will have different issues they might want to talk about. So I think it's a good enough time. But yeah, Germany has gotten a good striker after a really long. That is true. It's been a while. I'm gonna go Wolves 2-1. 2-1 Wolves. Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa's French, isn't he? No, Ben Arfa's Algae. I'm pretty sure Ben Arfa's French of Algerian descent. Let me have a look. But he didn't do well, did he? I think he got sold. They're saying French former footballer. Let me have a look. Born in France too, so it's not one of those things where he moved. Yep, France from under 16s to France. Yeah. Damn, man's already retired. When did he retire? 2022. Okay, fair enough. 35 years old. Not bad. A tricky player, man. Very, very tricky player. Hatem Ben Arfa from the legendary Lyon days with him and Benzema cooking everybody. That was great. That was a great point of time there. His father was a former Tunisian. Oh, he's Tunisian. He's not Turkish. His father is a Tunisian international, Kamal Ben Arfa. Hmm. I mean, this is all nitpicking, but I was pretty sure he wasn't Turkish. Right? I thought he was Algerian, actually. To be fair, but yeah. Bindy, the best Turkish player. Yeah, let's not get crazy, man. Come on. Let's go for Gomes. Yeah, I agree. In summer, let them get relegated, and then you'd have upper hand to negotiate. I mean, we gotta go buy someone now, bro. Unless you can buy James Garner now, I think Gomes is the best example. Ozil, technically Germany in it. Look, I love how Donna is claiming him as Turkish. I'm pretty sure Mesut Ozil grew up in Germany too. Actually, you know what? This is fun. Let's check. I mean, the stream should have been over by now. We will finish shortly, guys. There's only a few games left, but let me have a see. Gelsenkirchen, West Germany. Gelsenkirchen, by the way, is where Schalke Stadium. I only know that because I used to watch Bundesliga in the Champions League. Yep, started playing at Schalke. Oh, when it was called West Germany, man, he's that old. He's that old. It was still called West Germany when he was born there. Interesting. Son of Turkish immigrants. He's born in Germany though, right? His father moved as a, I don't know what that means. It's a German word. Played at youth level for various clubs. Oh, his father apparently played in some. Okay. His father also played some kind of youth level football there. Fair play. Fair play. Istanbul Basak Shehir. Mesut Ozil retired 2 years ago, 3 years ago. 37, even younger than Ben Arfa. Interesting. Very interesting. Here we have Modric balling out at 40, so that's very interesting. Hello, Baba. Wolves have risen from their ruins and stopped Crystal Palace. Man, that would be crazy. Bayern is the best Turkish player in the PL. God. Yildiz is a quality man. Good if Arsenal can pull it off. There'll be major competition. Indeed, it would be a good signing. Newcastle, Man City is the next game, guys. Just letting you guys know. Put your predictions in the chat while I check their head to head. 3 wins, Newcastle, 4 draws, 26 Man City. My God, I'm not even going to bother reading the rest of the insights. Second Man City, 14th Newcastle. Okay, I don't think we're going to be spending a lot of time on this game, guys. No offense. Not making any Newcastle jokes. I'm just saying I don't think there's anything to talk about personally. That's all I'll say. 3-0 Man City. It is at St. James's Park, but 14th place Newcastle. So, and they've only won 3 games in the last like 35. So I don't really think that has anything to do with it. Can get rid of Ugarte and maybe Cass, assuming we have another replacement for him. Man, that Ugarte has got to go, dude. If we get Joao Gomes, we don't need Ugarte. Kind of does what Ugarte does. Germans supposedly don't claim him. Yeah, he said some madness, right? Like, yeah, I mean, I remember that. Yeah. Gomes has a release clause if they get relegated, right? Around 35 something. Yeah, but the question is, are we going to wait that long? We might need someone right now. Man City 3-1. Bye bye, God, bro. Take care, Abhiman. We're going to wrap up soon anyway, but thank you. 266 strikers games. 3-1 Man City, Haaland brace. 2-1 Newcastle, I hope. Fair enough. I've got triple captain on Haaland. Come on, bud. Triple captain versus Newcastle. I think that's more disrespectful than me. Fair play, man. Fair play if you want to take that kind of chance. I thought I was being disrespectful. Yikes. Triple captained him as well. Oof. Okay. I like this. I like this. We are going hard. That's good. Draw Castle City, says Sri Lanka. Oof. Okay. I would love to know how you have come to that conclusion, friend. I would love to know. Okay, Premier League. Why is this? Oh, here we go. This is happening again. Give me a second. And we're back. Where are we? Okay. Table. The next game, I believe, is Sunday's games, which is Leeds United Aston Villa. Leeds United Aston Villa. I'm going to say. You know what? I'm going to make it interesting. I'm going to say 1-1 Leeds Aston Villa. 1-1. Hold up, it's going to be a draw, by the way. How do you rate Pope? He was class first, but right now I'm having doubts. I thought he would be a good Pickford replacement, but oh boy. Yeah, it never came to fruition in the end, isn't it? Like, he replaced Heaton at Burnley when Heaton was possibly going to get a call for England. That got ruined because, Southgate didn't want to get an older person. Then he was supposed to be the heir apparent to Pickford, but Pickford is going to be the number one at this World Cup even. I don't think anybody rates Henderson and Pope. It seems, but yeah, risk hai to ishq hai, Nathan. Trafford needs to leave City. He can unseat Pickford for England. That City move has to be one of the worst career choice. I mean, it's like the Eze one, right? Redemption. People tried to do the redemption thing, right? 2-1 Villa. Yeah, I'm gonna say 1-1 draw. I'm gonna see if Leeds United can do disrupt some more. It would be interesting. Arsenal versus Tottenham, guys. Come on, let's wrap it up quickly. I gotta go eat. I'm starving at the moment. Um, today is Daksh's birthday. Send him a happy birthday tweet. I didn't know that. Um, Arsenal 2-0. Okay. See, one of the teams scoring one goal this match and a red card too for someone. Henderson going to be number one. Henderson starting World Cup qualifies. You sure Pickford going to be number one? I don't know, man. I just go with the known commodity. Like, if you're not going to pick Pickford, don't even take him to the World Cup, right? Because he has all the experience. He's been in the penalty shootouts. He saved our bacon a bunch of times. I don't know. If you're going to leave, don't take him at all. Now it doesn't make sense. You know, with all the international tournament experience Pickford has. Why take him at all? 10-0, I hope 2-0 realistically for the Gunners. It is at the Emirates. Arsenal spanking Tottenham. If they played the way they played against, to be honest, they don't have the creativity. I think with City style, they are happy to let go of the ball, but this game they will have possession and Castle will sit back and counter, which they are good at defensively. I know they've lost games. Fair enough. Yeah? Some people are having some confidence in Newcastle. Tottenham 2-0, Richarlison brace, 2-1 Arsenal. At Emirates, Arsenal win easy. Richarlison with shirt off celebration, Arsenal come back to draw. I hope both teams lose. Fortunately, with all the Spurs injuries, and Arsenal has injuries to be fair as well. I can't see it, man. I can't see it. Although, no Gabriel, who knows if you can pull out something. They could do it, but they've only lost one of the last 9 London derbies, North London derbies. Nah, man, I can't do it. 2-0 Arsenal. I can't. I was thinking of it for the bands, but I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't see enough. I can't see enough to warrant picking against Arsenal, unfortunately. And the final game, guys, the game we've been waiting to talk about, and we have gone severely over time for this stream. Manchester United Old Trafford at Everton. The head-to-head is 19 wins United, 11 draws, and 6 wins Everton. David Moyes coming back to the old hunting ground. What's going to happen, guys? I'll give you some insights if you want. 2 draws in the last 2 matches, 2 draws and 2 wins for United in the last 4 matches. In the last 5 matches, 3 wins and 2 draws. So, yeah, the last time Everton beat us was 2019, but that was at Goodison Park. The last time Everton beat us at home, they last beat us at Goodison Park again, 2014, 2015. Yeah, I think we are favored in this competition. I think it's safe to say 12 goals in the last 5 matches for United. Haven't lost to Everton in the last 8 meetings. Haven't lost in 5 matches. They have to put that stat there. Have scored only 5 goals in the last 5 matches. Everton. Kiernan Drewsbury Hall has created the most big chances for Everton, and Iliman Njai has the most shots on target, 0.8 per match. All right, let's close off with the last game. 3-2 Grealish hat trick. Spurs need to have a dynamic attack to exploit a lack of Gabriel. Kudus may do it, but we should win it. I also think you should win it. 1-1 draw, says Shanks. Interesting. United 2, Everton 0. Mountain Cunha score. Okay. 2-0 Everton Bevda brace. Interesting. 2-0 United, says Julian. Hi, hi. Hello, Anshuman. Hopefully you enjoyed your holidays and you're back streaming back as usual. Um, Hope you enjoyed it. Where did you go, Anshuman? Where did you go? The sand looked lovely. I mean, I don't know if that was you in the pic taking a picture, but I saw a beach and the sand looked great. And then I saw a mountain and that looked great. So I don't know which picture was the vacation one, but they both look nice. The two I saw, the Moyes and Garner derby. Would like to see Garner play good against us so he can come back. But McTominay comes back in future. That lad loves us too. I think by the time his contract runs out in Napoli, he'll be like in his mid 30s, dude. I don't think it's possible. I think he would come back to England though to finish off for sure. We have a very bad bench. To be fair, the last two games were a draw, and then the three before that we won convincingly. 3-1 United, 3-0 United, 3-1 United, 2-1 United. Grealish scores, so 2-1. United wins. Um, this might be the game where someone gets it. United Everton, you think so? I don't know, man. I think we have all the momentum, and I think we're just going to continue with it. Hopefully, I'm going to be more conservative. I think we're going to win 2-0. I think we just need to rack up the wins, man. We just need to rack up the wins. No funny business. Just rack up the wins and bounce. Don't complicate life. Don't try to do style points. Don't try to be fancy. Just score the goals and get out. Because we are going to have a hectic December. Everton defense is very shaky. It'll be tough for them to get any points at Old Trafford. To be fair, dude, they've only scored 5 goals in their last 5 games. Their attack's not that good either at this point. Oh, yeah. So that's going to be interesting to see, Julian. 2-1 United. Got to go by. Yeah, I'm about to wrap up too, Kartikeya. So it's perfect timing. Guys, Nathan Pickford has been shite. Would love to see us troubling him with long shots. Not going to lie. Let's see Cass going to score according to me. That would be great. United has those periods of bozo mode. They do. They do. But the fact that Everton has only scored 5 goals in the last 5 matches, irrespective of opposition, that makes me feel a little bit better. That's all I'll say. I wouldn't say we're going to win the I wouldn't say we're going to beat them 5-0, but it makes me feel a little bit better, to be honest. Um Gas gonna score. I'll take that. Um what else I want to say? Yes, okay guys. So Lala's channel for the Liverpool game tomorrow most likely. Then we're going to do the Man City game live Saturday. Sunday we're doing the North London derby, and obviously Tuesday night for us we're going to do United game. That is the stream schedule. Lamens might be the game changer. He might be. He might be. We will always need people to do those kind of saves, dude. Where we take a nap in defense. So remember, guys, Saturday Lala's channel for the Liverpool game most likely. I'm doing the City game, the North London derby, and the United game. That is the stream schedule for this week. By the way, let's hope Hayden gets time in this game. We can hope. We can hope. It would be a nice game to bring Hayden Evan on. But yeah, I want to say Everton win because whenever I predict us to win, it has gone wrong. What should I do, bro? It doesn't matter. Pick whatever you think the score is going to be, and let's see what happens. How is Branthwaite playing? Not so great. But luckily for us, we didn't have to spend all that money to get him. That's all I'll say. I feel quite relieved that we didn't end up spending all that money to get him. Um, sometimes we make a very smart move for us business wise, and I think Branthwaite was one of them. I liked him in FC24. Yeah, let's just say it's not converting. Anyway, guys, I am off. Thank you so much for joining me. As you know, the stream schedule tomorrow, it's there on a community post as well in case you have forgotten, because as you know, you might not get a notification. I will see you tomorrow. The weekend's here, football is back, and so are we. Take care.